Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to the first Renegade Pop Culture Arcade show in a while. This is your host, Keona. With me, I have Tony,
Yo, 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 what's happening?
and I have Josh and Kristal.
Hey guys, what's up?
And if we upload the video with this, I don't know if we're going to do that on YouTube or something, but if we do, it'll be the first time you guys see us. And if you don't, it'll be the 18th time you guys hear us or so. So, anyway. All right, guys. So this is our video game show, which is pretty much my favorite show to do, which is why I'm doing it. And and we have lots to talk about since the last time we had one of these shows. We did the Final Fantasy VII Remake spoiler chat. That was the previous Renegade Arcade that we did.
Yeah,
And
I still have not beat that either.
Oh
It's a long game.
I was gonna rant.
There's a lot to get through with that game. So
It's
Oh,
just,
yeah.
I mean, especially with their little indie title that just came out.
Yes.
Last of Us 2. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
I haven't heard of that one. No.
Like I said, small indie game.
Yeah.
Did
Tiny.
it get posted on Steam, I think?
It may have. It may have. You actually
I think
have
I
to
got
download the APK for your phones only, like on the dark web.
Yeah. Yeah. Like we're living in a post-apocalyptic world already. All right. And so there's been a lot of industry news. There's been a lot of people. There's like the new Speak Out movement. So a lot of people have come forward with, not to get too serious here, but a lot of people have come forward with their, I guess you could say horror stories, basically, of just being harassed. And there were a few people at like IGN who apparently were bad bosses, horrible bosses. Frankly, if you do anything like that, you deserve what you get. So in the court of public opinion, I feel. So like, IGN is a website that is probably the most popular video game website, and they also have a long history. So I'm not surprised that things probably happened that we didn't know about. I would say to the people speaking out, you guys have shown great courage and bravery, and please continue to speak out and shed light on people being assholes, because they shouldn't be rewarded for that kind of behavior. So no matter what field you're in, no matter what you do. So it's just, continues the sad story of people abusing their authority. So do you guys have any thoughts on that? And have you heard of any other cases lately?
So I mean, I can't say any better than you did yourself. I mean, it's terrible. Just like the Me Too movement started a couple years back now. It was always eventually going to reach its way into something as big as the gaming industry. And I mean, hell, I'm sure, people that work everyday jobs deal with this. I mean, it's nothing new. We all know that kind of stuff happens. So, I mean, but this just came out of nowhere, and it just snowballed and snowballed and snowballed. It's been going on for like the past week, and it's just insane. It is insane. And but again, I mean, continue to speak out, and they'll give other people the courage to speak out. As far as what I've heard, I wouldn't really lump it in the same character, or not in the same character, in the same category. We talked a little bit about this morning. Ashraf Ismail from Ubisoft, game director on Assassin's Creed Black Flag, on Assassin's Creed Origins, which is my personal favorite, and the upcoming Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is supposed to come out in a couple months. So apparently he stepped down from his position on the game because he was outed for cheating on his wife. There's a lot of outcry too in that kind of corner. It's not quite as big. I'm having trouble like putting that in the same kind of category. Like, sure, it's something but terrible. But do I think a guy should be forced to leave his job over a personal thing like that?
No.
I don't think so.
Was it him being forced out, or did he step down voluntarily?
According to Twitter, it was, or his post on Twitter, that he made himself, it was just him, stepping down. But who knows if that's really the case or if he was kind of either pushed out by Ubisoft or if it was a Ubisoft decision, they just decided they wanted him to say it. That's not real clear.
I look at that as if he did step down voluntarily, then I say that's good on him because I've watched a lot of stuff like What Happened by Matt McMuscles, and if there's something like that happening in game directors' personal life, that's always going to bleed over into the development of it. Like Layer back on the PlayStation 3, Jesus Christ, that game director was going through the ringer and was going through a divorce and all this stuff, and on top of that being forced to implement flight controls into the prototype PlayStation controller. So it's always going to result in a lot of blow-ups, and especially with something like that, something that he's really got to work on emotionally and personally. Then if he voluntarily stepped down, good on him. That was a mature move. If he was forced out, I begrudgingly understand it, just because the look of that can set a really bad image for a company, but it's still pretty.
It's his own business. It has nothing to do with the company.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think he made the decision to step down because it's going to reflect badly on the game no matter what. The optics of it aren't good, so yeah. Like Cyclops' optic blast, I know.
Gotta run on those teraflops, don't you know?
I want to talk about the PlayStation 5 reveal, which is something that happened since the last time we all spoke, which was a while ago, actually, Tony.
It was.
This is only the 4th episode of Renegade Arcade, by the way.
Is
Interestingly,
it?
Yeah.
Feels like more.
I think it's just because so much time
has passed, and then we did all the other shows and stuff kind of took over.
It feels. You guys have been doing a lot more on the podcast than me, so it feels like even way longer for me. Because this is the only podcast I do. I don't do any others or anything, so it's just like, let's get together every year.
It's a monthly show.
Right.
Which it kind of is, because we just did the Final Fantasy VII one last month, I think.
I think it's almost fitting, though, because there's been a big release almost every month since we started with
pretty much
Doom, and then with Final Fantasy, and then Last of Us. And if next month, when does Ghost of Tsushima come out?
Next month?
17th.
Yep. See you guys next month.
Right. Exactly.
Well, actually, you know what's interesting is that tomorrow they have the
Night City Wire for Cyberpunk.
Night City Wire, yeah. Night City Wire for Cyberpunk, yeah. So I'm interested in that because
that's another piece of news.
Yeah.
Just got pushed back again.
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what? They want to do it properly. I'm down for it, because Last of Us Part 2, before we get into that like way later in the show, just that is a benchmark for modern graphics. Like, oh my God, I could not tell when it, like, you can tell slightly, but you can rarely tell when it moves from cutscene to gameplay. It was so
probably the smoothest transition that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
And we're playing it on a regular PlayStation 4 model, so I can only imagine how souped up it must be on a Pro, because that
on Pro it looks so good.
I'm playing it on the slim model, so I'm at least getting like the tiny upscale to UHD, but I'm not getting like the full Pro experience.
Yeah, on Pro it's really awesome actually. It looks so good.
I can imagine, man.
Like all the water droplets on the leaves in Seattle, and like the shimmering like little patches of mud on the ground and little puddles on the ground and stuff. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about the detail that you saw, like with.
Oh, when you're working on the workbench, if it's raining outside, you come in, you work on the workbench, and you wipe your like a rifle down. The water actually wipes away with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like,
I haven't seen that one yet.
That's just Naughty Dog just showing off and just being like, see, we're just like, we crunch like hell, but we're the best, you know?
We made Crash Bandicoot, but now we're serious.
Yeah.
I do want to ask real quick if you guys had the same issue. You know how PS4 games have the reversible cover, right?
Yeah, some do. I think a lot of them do now.
Look at your copy
I don't have the physical copy though. I bought the digital.
Yeah, I bought digital.
We have the physical copy, and the reversible cover is so condensed. It is sad.
Really?
Like the resolution is so bad.
It is absolutely embarrassing. It's like if you printed up a piece of concept art from the game and didn't run it through Photoshop or anything. Just that's it.
Yikes.
And
it was really bad.
That doesn't sound good.
2 out of 10, unplayable.
It sucks because it sucks because there's some really good reversible covers too. Like Death Stranding's reversible cover is my preferred cover. That one is gorgeous. Spider-Man's is very beautiful, very simple. God of War, bit over the top,
I like it,
but it's all right. And Doom's is just the best.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys still buy the physical games? Because I just buy digital, really.
I buy digital. I think I've maybe had like 2 PS4 games, like physical titles. I don't think either of them had a reversible cover. It was like No Man's Sky and Mortal Kombat 11. I don't think either of those had reversible cover.
I can see MK11 having the reversible cover, though.
It may have. I don't remember, and I got rid of it. So
Fantasy 7 has a reversible cover. But I stick with physical. I stick with physical copies just because lately seeing like streaming services and like video on demand services losing titles and some games being lost
that's
forever.
true.
I like Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game. I remember playing that on the PlayStation.
Oh God,
360, and now that's gone for good. Nobody can play it anymore. Nobody can download it, and that horrifying.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like,
wait, you can't even play it like if you already have it downloaded.
Like if you have it downloaded, you're set, but you better not accidentally delete it because if it does,
that's like PT.
yeah.
Pretty sure I got rid of mine.
Damn.
So it's gone.
Yeah, he says that, but the actual reason why he keeps these copies is because he's a hoarder.
shut up.
See our closet. Just
Anyway, guys, let's talk about Bug Snacks.
The best game shown off at the PS5
Game of the
reveal.
year.
Game of the year right there, Bug Snacks. Oh my God, I just rewatched that today, and I looked for that trailer, and I was like, what is happening here? Because I know Octodad kind of made like a pardon the pun, splash somewhere. But who wants this? Who is this game for?
Well, I read up some more on Bug Snacks, and apparently the biggest inspiration with that, the developers said that it's going to be more akin to Ape Escape. And the one thing that I really took away from the PlayStation 5 reveal is how diverse this new generation is going to be, because I'm speaking for me personally, but I am so sick and tired of almost every single exclusive for each of these game consoles, or most of the games being set in these game consoles, in these generations being so serious third-person or first-person shooters. I miss platformers. I miss these kinds of fun adventure games. And that's one thing that I can give the PlayStation 5 thing, which is they showed off so much. You can't say that it is that they aren't like, all right, we're throwing everything at you. You want horror? Here's horror. You want Bug Snacks? Here's Bug Snacks. You want
anime dragons or dinosaurs?
What the hell was that? I am still confused at that one.
I felt somehow like a little responsible and embarrassed for it because my dad was there. Like he was watching it with us, and I somehow felt embarrassed. I don't know why. I had nothing to do with it, but I felt embarrassed.
That was the best thing, looking on Twitter and seeing the reactions to, what was it? Goodbye Volcano Joe or something like that?
Volcano High.
Goodbye Volcano High.
Yeah.
Because I looked at Twitter and everybody universally hated that. Even people that you would think would love it were like, what the hell is this weeb shit doing right after Miles Morales and before Village?
I don't know, man.
I'm looking at it so I can refresh my memory.
Yeah. Goodbye, Volcano High.
It's that one that's hand-drawn with the dinosaur characters that are playing in a band, and it
Okay,
looks
yeah,
like a very cringy anime.
It does.
there's a market for that.
Yeah, there is. There is. Yeah. I would probably play it, honestly, because it's so weird.
See, and that's the thing that I think
I
about
would get it on a
Bugsnax.
sale.
Like Bugsnax is like getting like a lot of like shit. I think it looks pretty neat. And you can't, and at this point you can't say, you know, like Josh was saying, it's diverse, it's different. They're trying something different. Like you can't, so like there's a lot of people out there that'll say, you know, that we don't get enough different games. Just like with movies, they say, you know, everything's a sequel, everything's a remake. You can't say that and then sit there and talk bad about something like Bugsnax, where it's obviously so completely different. I mean, sure, I don't know how it's going to be gameplay wise, but just from like what we saw, I don't think I've ever seen an anthropomorphic strawberry get eaten before. So,
And become the arm of the thing that ate it.
exactly. So I think it'll be pretty neat.
It
Events.
boggles my mind. I'm like, why? Who is this for? Who's gonna play this game and who's gonna enjoy this game? I don't know.
It's going to end up being with a mature rating, and it's going to be super fucked up.
They end up giving backstories to all the strawberries. You find out that the strawberries
they're all named, and they had children.
And then when you eat one, they're like, Pedro, no.
Right, like in The Last of Us 2, when you kill a bad guy and they shout out their names.
Yeah.
That's a cool touch, by the way, that when we talk about that later.
They're like, Marcus, they got Marcus.
Right.
I'll say this also, not a lot of people were talking about it. I am excited, and I've never even played one of their games, but I am beyond excited for Ratchet and Clank.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something else. I was like, don't say it.
What were you thinking?
I'm thinking you might have said Gran Turismo.
Are you kidding me? I'm down for... That was the one thing that your dad was really like, whoa, look at this. And me and Kristal were just sitting there like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Wait, what was that one?
Gran Turismo, it was the racing game. And
Oh, yeah.
they spent like 10 minutes just showing like, look at how high-tech it is. Look how realistic the gloves look.
That's great.
Yeah, not for me. Like, and I don't...
It's a racing game. It's just designed to show off the frame rate and whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Ratchet and Clank looks really good.
That looks good. A lot of...
I played parts of I believe it's the first one that they had remade or remastered for PS4 or whatever.
Oh, that's not the best version of the first one.
And I played a little bit. I mean, I had fun with it. I didn't beat it or anything, but I had fun with it while I was playing with it. So, I mean, if this turns out being pretty good, and I hear it's pretty good, I wouldn't mind giving it a shot.
Yeah, who's that character? Because I never really played the Ratchet and Clank games, but I know there's that character that's named like Captain Quark or something.
Oh yeah, he's basically Captain Hammer from
Yes.
Dr. Horrible.
Reminded me of that.
He's
very
actually
much.
the bad guy in the first game. Like the
Yeah.
thing about the remake of the first game is that it reshapes the story of the first game to match the movie that was released. So it takes away a lot of the personality of the actual first game, because the first game, Ratchet and Clank hated each other.
Yeah.
It is snark of the highest degree. It's also helped with James Arnold Taylor, I think is his name, his voice. He kind of sounds like this, and he's just kind of just getting on on Clank's nerves, and by the end they're like, buddy, you know what? You're a piece of junk, but I'll still keep you. And it has so much humor, and this one just kind of really innocent, like zapped him with an innocence ray, where it's like, oh god, get this Pixar movie out of here.
Didn't that actually release like kind of alongside the Ratchet and Clank movie?
Yeah.
So that's probably why they did that then.
I think it was like right after the movie came out.
Wait,
Or
hey,
either that or right before it or something.
You like the movie, kids? Here's the game.
Exactly.
You made it sound like it was a tie-in game, but it's actually the
It always got me the game. Mom, I didn't need the game for the movie for Spider-Man.
Can
The
we,
game of the movie of the game.
Exactly.
Can we also talk about Grand Theft Auto 5?
Oh no.
You opened the show with that. Like,
Yeah,
okay.
why?
Like,
That's beyond me.
I
Okay,
didn't actually see it too, so I saw it later on, and it's funny because I heard the voice and I was like, all right, maybe they're just gonna soup up the graphics. No, it looks like it does on the PlayStation 4. And the funny thing is, they use audio from the very first trailer for the game, and that first trailer is one of the most liked videos, I think, on YouTube. And you go to the announcement trailer for the PS5, and it has the lowest rating. It has the most dislikes I've ever seen from Rockstar Games' YouTube channel.
Mm.
It is embarrassing.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that they want to bring the game over to PS5. Whatever. I'm kind of over it myself. I was over it on the Xbox One, and and by that note, the PS4. But I'm not a big fan of Grand Theft Auto Online, so it wasn't my thing. That doesn't excite me. But apparently, it's going to be free for like everyone.
Yeah.
From the PS5. So I think that was pretty cool news.
I think that's what they're doing is they're trying to get the player base that plays GTA Online, if there is. How large a player base is there for
that game is still insanely huge. It's still one of the most played games, and they continue to break records with it money-wise.
That's why they wanted to do that.
And like they just gave it away for free on Epic Game Store like 2 months ago or something like that.
Oh, there you go.
Boosted their it's nuts, man.
Like,
I wish they would take just a fraction of that money and put it into Red Dead Online, man, because they need to fix that shit. I love that game.
I have been too scared to dive into Red Dead Online. How bad is it?
So it's not. It's a lot better now than it was when it launched. The main problem is there's so many glitches and bugs. It's ridiculous. Like if the game ran well, like it even gave you a fraction of the bugs and glitches and shit you have happen, it would be an amazing game. But it's just so often, and bugs are so irritating that it's something that you either have to reload into a new instance and sit through a load screen, or close your app and restart it. It's just all this. They're very time-consuming bugs that fuck you up. So it's at some points after I've had to load into a new instance for the third time in a night, I'm like ready to just be done playing it, and I haven't even really done anything in the game.
Yeah, that's messy. They're gonna try to migrate the GTA Online crowd, basically.
For sure.
Yeah,
hey,
we'll see.
You know what? If I can fly a DeLorean in PS5 graphics, then I'm cool with that, because that was probably the only thing that GTA Online. That and the Tron bike, those were the only things. After that, once I had enough to buy them, I was like, I'm satisfied, because then they started implementing those lunar missile strikes, and that is so broken because the second anybody has a base, everybody can get a base, so you have multiple things going on at the same time. It reminds me of the Fallout 76 stuff where everybody got all the nuke codes and set them off at the same time, and it was just a mess all around, and it lagged so many servers. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're even talking about on the lunar launch thing. How long it's been since I've played Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah. I just haven't played it ever.
You're not missing much. I mean,
I'm not a GTA guy, so.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not your cup of tea, then you won't find much to like about it. I liked it for a little while at first, but I lost its appeal, and it's too much loading for me. Way too much loading. Look, I mean, I get it. There's so much going on, and hopefully, the next gen of consoles eliminates a lot of that loading problems. But we'll see.
But hey, we'll get a Destiny 2 upgrade, so we can still play that.
Yeah. That was another little thing that went on. There was that whole video about Beyond Light. That was cool.
Beyond Light.
That actually brought me back into playing, so I've been playing that lately. As for PS5, though, I think I'm on the fence about this one specific game, Miles Morales Spider-Man.
You're on the fence about that one.
How are you on the
Interesting.
fence?
Interesting.
Let me explain.
I didn't think you were going to say that one.
So, don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the game. I just hate how Sony presented it. And they just showed it, and that was it. They did not.
They didn't say
And
what it was.
No, it was the first new game they showed. They kicked it off after the GTA bullshit. They kicked it off with this game. So this should have. They needed to clarify that this is not a full standalone title. It's not a full title. It's a standalone, like Uncharted Lost Legacy size thing. It's basically a glorified expansion pack. If they would have said that and not been vague about it, then I think it would have been completely different. I think it looks incredible. I can't wait to play it. I love the first one. I'm just on the fence about the way Sony handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, I think they should have said it outright. They should have had the guy come out, or one of their, didn't they have somebody from Insomniac already over there?
They did. They
had Ratchet.
Yeah, so they should have had somebody else from the team come out and say, like, okay, well, this is Miles Morales Spider-Man, and it's a good, like, 6 to 8 hour expansion, whatever it is.
Which they ended up doing separately on their YouTube account, which was so jarring, because it's like, why didn't you just include it in the main show?
Yeah.
It even comes with a
didn't make any sense.
It comes with beautiful concept art too. I don't know if you saw it, but
No, I didn't.
What was the concept? I think it was Peter and Miles swinging together.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like the next day as well. Like,
yeah,
there was like some kind of announcement from like some kind of Sony executive saying that it was going to be one thing, and then later in the day, Insomniac was like, "No, it's this."
Yeah.
And then nobody knew what the fuck was going on even a day later, and like it got to this point where it's like, I mean, did Sony even know what it was?
Yeah. I was like, does anybody know what this thing is? Because it's like, is it a full game? Is it not? And apparently it's, are you going to get like the Spider-Man game? Sort of like a cross-generational thing?
Like, I thought maybe it was going to be like, an upscaled version of the Spider-Man PS4, and this part is included.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
that's what I thought.
That's the way the Sony executive made it sound. There was too many Chiefs and not enough Indians on that one.
The one game that I'm actually really excited for, aside from Spider-Man, is Project Athea. Do you guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm. The Squaresoft game that's probably never coming out. Yeah. What has Luminous Productions made anything that's come out? Because I think these are the guys who did the other teaser from like the previous generation, right?
I have no idea.
They did the other Square like E3 thing.
Was that the thing with the dragon?
Yeah, one of them. There were multiple dragons, I think.
No, that was the one with
It had a dragon.
I don't think it had a dragon.
No,
at the end.
Like the luminous thing, like from earlier in the decade with PS4. Like, I remember this one preview with a dragon.
Yeah,
I think it was somebody in a dark cave, and they said Square Enix, and then they showed a guy going through with realistic as hell flame things, and they showed a dragon. They're like, Project something coming soon.
Yeah, they've made numerous project things from Square Enix, and I don't think any of them really materialized. I hope this one does. I mean, apparently they have Gary Whitta who's going to write the script on it, so that's cool. That. Yeah. So if he's hired for that, then I guess it's coming out. But it still looks like one of those games where it's just like, okay, this is like a tech demo almost,
I was just gonna say, this game, Project Athea, really reminded me of that tech demo for Unreal 5 we saw a couple months back at the start of the spring.
Yeah.
Like the way that she was like kind of gliding and stuff like that. It reminded me. I thought that's what it was for a second, like because they come out and said, no, this is just a tech demo. It's not a real thing. But this like reminded me of it, like to the point where I was like, oh shit, were they just lying to us? But it looks cool.
But, yeah, I mean, it does look cool. I do want to see it come out.
In 2037 on the PS6.
So the other thing that's got me really excited, and the one thing that I would buy a new console for, like Xbox Series X or PS5, let's face it, I'm going to buy the PS5 compared to the Xbox Series X. I'm
buying both. At some point. You have to.
You have fun with that, but I know I'm going to play more games on the PS5, but the one game that's got me sold on the next generation is Resident Evil 8. That one looks really cool and really spooky. And I've been in the mood for a really spooky game for a while.
Yeah, I think the last real horror game I played was Resident Evil 7. I mean, not counting like the 2 remakes that have come out.
Well, the last one does do have a lot of really good spooks.
Oh yeah, but at its core, that's a drama. I mean, like full-on horror. Just sit me down and get some new underwear and get me, like, I don't know, Monster Energy. Scared shitless right now, that kind of thing. And I want to say one more thing. Screw you to the people that kept making leaks that, oh yeah, there's going to be something about Silent Hill come the Sony PS5 thing.
There's looking forward
There's going to be something about Castlevania. Sony worked out a deal with Konami. They're doing stuff for Metal Gear, Castlevania, and also Silent Hill. You guys got my hopes up for nothing, and now they're coming out with this rumor stuff like, oh, well, they would have had something, but COVID-19 stepped in. No, screw you. I am not trusting leakers ever again until it actually turns out to be true or something that I really care about, like Crash 4.
Yeah, I don't think we should trust leakers, frankly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's fun to consider. I mean, it's fun to like speculate about it, but
I thought Deathloop looked neat.
Yeah.
Oh, Deathloop
is cool. It's like a mixture of Dishonored and like, I don't know.
It reminded me of Borderlands.
Like Spy versus Spy.
Yeah, I mean, it was Arcane, so I definitely picked up on the Dishonored vibes immediately. I look neat, and I like the idea of the being stuck in a time loop. I'm interested to see how that'll play into the actual gameplay.
I wonder if that's going to be like multiplayer, like one player controls the what's her name? The female character.
I don't remember the female. I don't remember either.
The female assassin, and then the other one controls like the male assassin guy. Who seems to be the lead. That could be cool, like almost like a 1v1 sort of game mode.
Yeah.
Overall, PS5 is very interesting, I guess.
That's the best way to describe it. Interesting.
Yeah.
But how about that console design, though?
Looks like a router.
Jokes about it.
I think it's cool. I think it's I've been going back and forth on my thoughts about it. I think it's cool one minute, the next I kind of don't like it. But I think just because it's so jarringly different than anything we've ever seen before, it's going to take some getting used to. I still don't like the controller though.
Really?
I'll wait.
I don't like the design.
I'll wait till I get my hands on the controller itself to see how it feels. I just don't like the way it looks.
Me too.
I don't like how they're hyping up the haptic trigger things. What does that mean? How can you make a trigger haptic? Like, is it meant to like simulate the feel of when you pull the trigger in a gun and like the controller mimics the steel or something? I don't understand it, but they're like, whoa, look at this. It's haptic. It goes with everything.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, as far as I know, it's supposed to be more like help immersion. Yeah, like, if you're firing a gun, say like you're playing a game where the gun can jam, you might have a little bit harder time pulling the trigger. Obviously, it's not going to be too crazy because then your controller be broken or something.
Right now, Call of Duty is going to make that a feature once in a game.
Oh, everybody's going to bitch.
Never going to do it again.
Mm-hmm. During the campaign too.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, unjam that gun, soldier.
So what is something that we didn't see that you were hoping to see
at Sony?
Yeah.
God of War 5.
That's my answer.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
I was expecting it because Cory Barlog on Twitter was being very coy about people being like, "Yo, there's a PS5 thing happening this week," and Cory Barlog was like, "Oh, is there? I hadn't noticed." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch, you're hiding something from us." But no, he wasn't. He was just...
I wasn't expecting like a gameplay reveal or anything like that. I was expecting basically just, hey, this is officially happening type thing.
I don't know, honestly. For me, it just, I was just willing to go with it.
Yeah.
It's an E3 press conference basically without E3.
Yeah, pretty much. From what I've heard, I don't know how accurate this is, but I've heard there's going to be some other kind of Sony event in August.
Probably.
Oh,
They'll probably announce the price at that point, one would think.
they'll probably do it in a big old thing. They'll get another tent, have Gustavo Santaroya come out, do a little concert, and the lyrics are set to the price for the PS5.
And it's $800.
God.
If it is $800, that is way too much. That
Yeah.
would be
$599 US.
Yeah.
Let's bring Kazurai back.
Gosh. Yeah. I don't see it being any more than $499.
You guys remember what?
Just even $500. That's a whole damn paycheck.
You guys remember when?
I think it's going to be 5.
Do you guys remember when the PlayStation 3 was supposed to be $600 at launch?
That was it.
Oh
Yeah.
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 The PlayStation 3. That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You remember the 3DO? Does anybody remember that? The Panasonic 3DO?
I
From way
remember
back
the
when?
3DO.
That was like $700.
And that was in the 90s.
Oh
And that was
my
in the
God.
90s, yeah. Yeah, it was super expensive. And you had the Atari Jaguar, which I think was about $500 when it first launched, right?
I don't remember how much it was when it launched. I actually am like, I got the Jaguar for Christmas one year.
Oh, man.
Oh, you poor soul.
Oh, poor
I mean, like I already had a PlayStation and like a 64 and stuff. I just
Yeah.
got game stuff for Christmas, and
I remember thinking that sounded cool at first. Like, I was like, oh, it's an Atari console. That sounds cool.
there was some cool games on it. I'm not gonna lie. I
Yeah.
had fun with it. Obviously, couldn't stand against the 64 and the PS1.
No.
But
But
it
while
was-
we're nostalgia tripping, do you guys remember the Philips CDI?
Oh no.
that's
Awful nice for the princess to have us over for dinner, Luigi.
Yeah, I've seen all the memes and stuff like from that, but I don't think I ever got my hands on that one as a kid.
No.
How about a kiss for good luck? I want.
I remember when the Saturn launched, and that was like a stealth launch that Sega did for $400, and I was one of the people who actually jumped on that and got
I had
a
a
Saturn.
I had a Saturn.
But the Saturn was actually a really good 2D machine, so like 2D
Saturn was the
action
shit,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, Saturn was awesome, actually.
Do you remember
It's just that it was done by the time PlayStation came out.
Do you remember the Batman Forever game on Saturn?
Yes.
The side scroller, like
Yeah.
that game was awesome.
Remember Guardian Heroes?
I don't think I played that one. Yeah, I remember Nights into Dreams.
Nights into Dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm showing my millennial side because now you guys are reaching a point. I don't know what the
We're like, remember ColecoVision?
Remember the Amiga? Oh, anyway. Okay, so back to reality here. Back to the present.
Yeah, no, I think it'll
Back
be.
to the future.
I think it'll be $499 for the full version with a disc drive, and $399 for the one for the all digital version.
I'm hoping it's that. But which one would you go for if it was that price? Would you go for the digital, or would you spring for the disc drive as well?
That's a tough question because, like we were talking about
Yeah, I
earlier,
know.
I've been buying a bunch of digital stuff, but like at that point, I can never borrow a friend's game or nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't. I might have to get the one with a disc drive, even if it doesn't go used very much.
If I get a Series X, that will be my disc drive console, and then I'll just get like the all digital PS5. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not completely decided yet, but I mean that would be a direction that I could go in because it's like I don't use the disc drive that much on my PlayStation 4
Mm-hmm.
on the PS4 Pro because it's not even a 4K drive.
Right.
If I'm going to play discs, I might as well just play them on the Xbox One X.
like,
What about you, Josh? What do you guys think? What do you think?
Like I said, physical media guy for life here. I gotta go with the disc drive just because
Mhm.
I want to be able to actually own the game. Just be like, all right, this is it. I'm not gonna deal with anything else. They're not gonna take it away. But I
Yeah.
think that's just the paranoia side of me,
Order. Hey, I still remember your Nutcracker collection.
Okay, don't get into that.
Please tell us all about it.
Okay,
Tell us all about the crackers of nuts.
Cracker collection.
Because you could say I'm cracking your nuts.
Meanwhile, can I gush about something before we get into depression?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
because we're going to talk about EA next.
Oh,
That's depression.
That's
Yeah.
depression for you.
on the subject of nostalgia and on the subject of Naughty Dog, in a sense, I am really, really, really excited for Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh my god.
It's about time.
There you go.
That is, like, I think that's actually the title of it.
That's the title.
Crash 4, it's about time, yeah.
Yep.
I adore Crash Bandicoot. Crystal doesn't get it,
No, I don't.
but I love it. It's so simple, so fun, and so hard. And I have played a lot of Crash games, but the Insane Trilogy is one of my favorite games of that year. Just 3 good games in one. You can't go wrong with that. We can't break what's already perfect, you know? And I was really curious to see what Vicarious Visions was going to do with a new game, because the Insane Trilogy and the kart game were already had really good foundations, because those were remasters or remakes. So I was wondering, all right, the levels that they did, the one level they did on their own for the Insane Trilogy for Crash 3 was amazing, and also the most difficult part of the whole game. So what are they going to do? And that trailer just gave me so much happy emotions. It even took me back to the early 2000s with that stupid song that they played in the trailer, and hearing Billy West again, which I haven't heard him since. Okay, well, I know I've seen Futurama, but even still, child-wise, I haven't heard his voice since Billy and Mandy, which was on Cartoon Network in the early 2000s. So that was just a whole rush of nostalgia for me, and the game looks absolutely stunning. All the different things that they're doing with it, I'm excited as hell. And one more thing before we get to EA, that Tony Hawk remaster.
Oh, man, I can't wait for that.
Tony Hawk remaster. I only played Underground, but I've always wanted to play older Tony Hawk games. Oh, clarifying, I've played Underground, Underground 2, and American Wasteland. And from what I understand, that was the best place to stop, because everything after that looked terrible.
I think Project 8 was the last good one.
Yeah, but getting to finally experience these older ones, and from how it looked proper and not with that weird, janky, realistic kind of physics they tried to do. Because I did play the demo back when it was a remaster on the Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like that. But it looks like it's classic Tony Hawk physics, moving like butter, doing kickflips and everything. I'm looking forward to that.
What are they doing with the soundtrack for those?
So most of it is coming back. Cool. There's just a few ones that they, just because of licensing issues and stuff like that, they weren't able to bring back.
I figured.
The most iconic stuff is coming back, like Superman and
That's
Guerrilla
cool.
Radio and stuff like that.
Yes.
Rage Against the Machine.
Oh, I cannot wait for that remaster, man. Like, I remember, when the very first one came out, I remember I got, like, a demo disc from, like, Pizza Hut or some shit that had it on there.
Yeah.
And I used to play
that
demo so much until I got the game, and, I loved that game, and I got every single one of them up until, I believe, Project 8. Man, I loved that series. It's definitely one of my defining series as a gamer, like from the time I was a kid, man. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that one.
Yeah, that's exciting. What did you guys think of one last game from the PS5 thing? Well, we didn't talk about Horizon, so maybe 2 games. But what did you think of this game called Returnal? Which I know is a weird name, but it's Housemarque. And Housemarque is really good.
Looking game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that
The space one.
It's another time loop thing where she keeps going through a time loop, but then every time she goes through it, like she changes, or like the environment sort of reshapes her, or she reshapes the environment, something like that.
I thought it looked cool as hell.
Yeah.
It definitely caught my interest. That's one of the games that caught my interest that I'm going to be definitely keeping an eye on.
That's done by the team that did Resogun Resogun and Nex Machina. So like old school kind of arcadey games, like shooters and twin stick shooters and that sort of thing.
Oh, if it's something like that, then I won't be interested.
No, it's not that. It's
Oh.
actually a full like AAA experience because they're trying to change because apparently the old school kind of games aren't making money for them anymore. But what I'm saying is that they're a good team. Like they have a good track record. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right on.
Ambitious.
I freaking love Nex Machina and Resogun.
I love it.
Yeah. Resogun is fun.
Never played it.
I remember when we were watching the PS5 reveal and that trailer came on, you straight up said, "Was this Death Stranding?" I thought it was too, like, briefly.
Oh,
The
yeah.
actress looked and sounded like Sigourney Weaver too, which made it even more confusing.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something related to Alien or Prometheus or something.
Yeah, it looked very Prometheus.
Which is funny because there was that game during the Xbox third party show that I thought was going to be some Prometheus shit. I can't remember what that one was called.
Oh, okay. I got 3 more from the PS5 conference. Sorry, guys. Before we get to EA,
okay.
Ghostwire Tokyo. That looks
pretty
cool.
neat. Yeah.
That looks cool.
That was the spooky one, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one looked.
But you do like all the Doctor Strange-esque like hand symbol movements.
I thought it looked interesting when we got our first
Like
look
throw
at it.
spells
Back
at them.
What was it, like last year at E3? I think that's when we got our first look at it.
Yeah.
I thought it looked interesting then, and that it's good to see that it's still in development because it definitely looks interesting.
Yeah. And there was the Capcom game. I'm forgetting the name of it. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. The new Capcom thing.
Pragmata.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That looked pretty cool.
That looks weird, so I'm into it because it just looks so off the wall weird.
It looked like it looked kind of like something from Crysis too, like in the beginning of the trailer and stuff.
Yeah, it reminded me of Dead Space actually at first. Like the main character design sort of looks Dead Space-y.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last one is Horizon. So the Horizon sequel.
So
What do you think of that?
I mean, I think it looks cool. It looks neat. I have not finished the first one.
Me neither.
I actually started playing it a little bit right before Last of Us came out, and like right before I started getting back into Destiny, I was playing it for a little while. So I mean, I plan on trying to beat it. There's something about it just hasn't grabbed my attention, been able to keep my attention on just that game. But I think for fans of the game, it looks like it'll be pretty cool. People seem to be happy with what they saw, even though if it's just a reveal. It does look cool that the game seems like it's going to be a lot brighter.
Yeah.
Because, as far as I know, from what I've played, it's all, like snowy area and kind of tundra-ish stuff. So it's cool that it's going to like this more tropical looking vibe-ish thing.
Yep. She's coming to America.
That's right.
Josh, any thoughts on that one?
Because from what I've seen of Horizon, it doesn't look like it's for me. I've tried to look at gameplay of the first one, and I think it looks nice, but I don't know it.
Do you like the newer Tomb Raider games?
Ooh,
I don't.
that's a hot topic.
Wow.
I personally don't, but it's more story wise.
All right. Well, gameplay wise, Horizon reminds me a little bit of the newer Tomb Raider games.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Not completely, but just certain things about it.
Like, I think Horizon is more fitting for that kind of crafting and third-person shooting kind of stuff, but when it comes to the base story, I feel like that kind of gameplay needs to complement the story, and I don't know. I think it also just had to do with my father-in-law insisting that I play Rise of the Tomb Raider. Which one was the one where they're in the frozen tundra or something like that?
That was Rise.
It was Rise. That was the best one.
He insisted I played that right after finishing Uncharted 4 with Kristal. So going from that dizzying high to jumping straight into another archaeology, action adventure, Indiana Jonesy kind of thing, it felt like I saw like the differences even more starkly because I was still really attuned to Uncharted 4 and going straight from that simple run, gun, bam, shoot kind of thing to, all right, be methodical.
My dad, dude.
Like, I don't know.
I need to honor my father or some BS like that. I'll be honest right now. The acting was terrible in that game.
Okay, you're going off more than I am.
You agree
In
with
which
me,
game?
Which game?
In Rise?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Really?
The acting was just so cheesy, and I didn't like it. At least coming from Uncharted 4, where it's very human.
Again, that's where I think we differ, because for me it's more story-wise, because I like the acting.
I don't know, just the
It's-
delivery of the lines. It just felt cheesy,
Man.
like insincere.
You're
I
breaking everybody's hearts.
I think
Tough room. It's a tough room.
Rise is my favorite out of the three.
I'll say this also. We haven't played any of the classic Tomb Raider games, though.
No, that's not necessary for that.
Yeah.
We don't know any framework of how Lara Croft in general.
This is all. It's
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot, so you don't have to know anything.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the dinosaurs.
I much prefer the reboot. The rebooted Lara is a much more interesting character to me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the dinosaurs. Playing Rise, I felt like Millhouse. Just when are they gonna get to the fireworks factory?
All right, we should get into EA.
Let's get into EA now. Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
So, where do you start?
So basically, what they had on the show for us was a bunch of re-releases and a bunch of crossplay and a bunch of like expansions to like Apex Legends.
let's start with something positive.
Okay.
Probably
Okay.
the one positive thing from the show, at least for me, was Star Wars Squadron.
Mm.
I think it looks neat. I've been saying neat a lot tonight. I don't know why, but I mean, I'm a big diehard
That's all good.
fan. So anything Star Wars, it's gonna at least pique my interest. And I mean, I really liked Battlefront 2. I really liked Jedi Fallen Order. So yeah, EA sucks, but they've out of the game. I hate that they haven't released more under the license of Star Wars, but they've done two pretty damn good games. Although with Battlefront 2, they pretty much had to rework it from the ground up. But if you play that game now, it's a much different game than it was when it launched. So
it's fun.
it's not without its issues, but I think that after that and showing how much dedication the team put into making that game better is commendable. And then Fallen Order I thought was a great game. So I think Squadrons might be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Motive's doing it. It is going to be just a kind of space dogfight type thing. I mean, there'd be objectives. The only thing that really and it can be completely playable in VR, cross play for every platform.
Ooh.
Everyone can play together. Only thing that really kind of makes me sad is that it does not seem like it's going to have a third-person view to the ships.
That's weird.
I cannot do first-person flying in a game like that.
I'm excited for that just because, in my opinion, in Battlefront 2, I was most looking forward to playing the flying parts because I remember those feeling pretty good in the first Battlefront.
Mm.
And Battlefront 2, I cannot play it. Like, the aerial combat, I don't know, just...
Oh, see, I love it in Battlefront 2. I thought it was better than the first one.
Really? I don't know, but Squadron looks like they're really focusing on Bad Tighter, and I'm looking forward to that because I love being able to do aerial dogfights like that, and I'm also coming off of only playing Star Fox 64, so...
It's just if doing that in first person, like even in Battlefront 2, like I can't do it. It makes me feel queasy. Like just the whole first, I can play third person, no problem. Like even on like something like No Man's Sky, I have to switch to third person view in my cockpit. I hope there's that option. If there's not, I'll probably still try to play it, but it'll take some trying from me.
I love how you said you were starting out positive.
So it all goes down here all downhill from here, folks.
Well, it's $40 too. That's a good price.
40
so there
bucks. You go. Right.
Yeah.
And
they wanted to make it full price too.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
But
They're like, you're chopping $20 off and no microtransactions.
There was a couple cool moments for Star Wars fans in that trailer. From like some returning characters like Hera Syndulla from Star Wars Rebels popped up in there for a moment. We've never seen her in anything but Rebels, which is a cartoon for those that don't know. And on the Imperial side, there was I don't know if she was Admiral at this point when this game takes place, but Admiral Ray Sloan showed up on the Imperials. That's an even bigger deal because she's never been in anything but in the novels. So we've never seen her in any kind of action at all. So I'm excited to see where that goes. That's just the Star Wars nerd in me.
Well, it's good that they're kind of getting into the lore like that, the characters. So I think that's a positive.
For sure. There
was one game that looked interesting to me at the EA thing, which was Lost in Random, which is like an indie game. But that looks kind of cool. So it's like this world called Random where like an anthropomorphic dice, like a die runs the world. And there's another one out there that's called Dicey. And he's like almost like a pet that the main character has. That looks kind of neat.
That one did look pretty cool. I think that says a lot. Like, because I mean, even from, the PS5 show, going back to that, a lot of these games that are looking so cool and different are mostly indie games. And I mean, so I think indie games are only going to get more prominent with this generation, I think.
I mean, have you seen Goodbye Volcano High? That's the future.
We want more of that.
Oh boy.
Goodbye Volcano High 5000.
So they talked about Star Wars. They did that. There's let's see, wasn't there? Oh, they're doing Apex Legends stuff. That's coming to Switch, and that's getting crossplay. I think that's good news just for the industry as a whole. The more games that get crossplay, the better.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing now.
I'm glad because that's going to be awesome.
That's cool. The first one that really did crossplay on that level was like Fortnite, right?
Fortnite and Rocket League.
Huh.
Because Rocket League, like, Psyonix, like, I believe that's the developer, right? I could be wrong, Psyonix.
Yeah, Psyonix, yeah.
They, like, accidentally turned it on one day. And people were playing, like, with Xbox players were playing with, like, PS4 players, like, for just, like, a minute. It accidentally happened. Like, this legit happened. You can look it up. And so from that point on, I think everybody knew it was like, there's no fucking reason now why.
Yeah. And they're like, it's available. Do it.
Right. So the fact that that's happening, I'm excited that, I can choose to buy something on my Xbox and be able to play with my friends on PS4 or PC.
I'm surprised no other like EA and Activision beforehand never thought of doing that with Call of Duty or Battlefront because that would have been a game changer.
Then they can't charge you a copy for each system.
They can charge twice as much. Hit everybody. I'm thinking more evil than these guys are.
I mean, you can play it now with Call of Duty. You can the new Modern Warfare. You can play crossplay.
Ooh.
Which is cool because you can even do that with Warzone, and Warzone's free. So,
Destiny 2 has a thing where you can take your characters to like various systems, but I don't think you can do PvP or anything.
So you can do you can transfer your characters between consoles, and then they're hoping for next year to do full crossplay. That's what they said at the Beyond Light announcement. They're working on crossplay for 2021, which I'll be happy with that because I've got like my mains and stuff have always been on Xbox, and I've got friends that play on the PS4. I would love to be. I could probably do a lot more raids if I played with people on PS4 and stuff, but I don't want to go over there and start all over because that character, my main character, my Warlock, I've had since D1 on the Xbox 360.
I think I started on PS4 and then did some Xbox, but anyway. Before we get into all that stuff. So what else came up? Command and Conquer. Yeah. That's cool. They remastered that. Hey, I'm all for it. Command and Conquer is cool.
Yeah, and let's see, Sims 4 expansion.
Yay.
And then they're releasing that bunch of EA games and Origin games are coming to Steam.
That was pretty much their conference was, hey, all of these games, if you're already playing, we're just moving them to different platforms. And crossplay.
Then there was Hazelight's new game. It Takes Two co-op action adventure platformer. Hazelight, those are the same guys that did what was that? A Way Out, right?
Yeah, A Way Out.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't finish it. I got to start to play it with my buddy, and we just never got to finish it. But it was pretty neat. So if it's something akin to that in some way, because it is co-op, and I think that's great. There's not enough true co-op games anymore, especially if you're talking couch co-op.
Yeah.
So I'm all for that.
What else did they have on there? They had.
You guys look so like on the edge of your seat recounting the amazing EA conference.
Oh yeah, it was great. They had Rocket Arena.
I'll tell you what they did not show.
A lot.
I bought into the hype. I really thought we were getting that Mass Effect remaster news.
Me too.
And there was a lot of weight behind it. There was good reason to think it could be a thing.
They might be saving it for N7 Day, to be fair. They might.
I might grow in antlers. I'm not holding that hope anymore. If it happens, I'll be happy, but I'm not holding that hope anymore.
Yeah.
We did not see. We saw what looked like it was some kind of assets and stuff of Dragon Age 4. They didn't show us anything that BioWare is doing except for a couple of screens of what we're assuming is Dragon Age 4.
Where is in timeout after Anthem?
Man. And they're supposed to be working on rebuilding Anthem, so you'd think they would have shown something to hype that up. That they didn't. A little tiny bit of Dragon Age, nothing from Mass Effect, no kind of anything. BioWare has probably one more fuck up in them after Anthem and Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah,
they do.
That's
3 big AAA flops in a row will not be okay. Oh, and then the big announcement: Skate was coming back. We were talking about Tony Hawk earlier. Skates, I've played it. I just preferred the more arcadey style of Tony Hawk as over the.
Same.
I can see the appeal of Skate. This is not for me.
Yeah.
But I get why a lot of people are really excited about it though. So hey, good for them. Yeah. It just pissed me off because I was expecting that Mass Effect, and they're like, "Oh, we've got one more thing to show you," and I'm like, "Oh, here we go."
It's the 4th installment in a long-running franchise. You guys know and love it. It's about moonwalking. Skate 4. Great.
And then it wasn't even like anything other than what we're doing right here. People on Zoom saying, "Hey, Skate is a thing. It's gonna happen at some point. Okay, bye."
Commented it into existence.
Like there was
gameplay or anything?
Nothing. It was literally 2 guys just sitting there. 2 guys, on Zoom, and that's it. It was an embarrassment of a show, honestly, if you ask me.
It really was.
They shouldn't have done one. If you honestly, the Star Wars Squadrons thing, Star Wars is big enough of a property on its own that they could have just made that their own thing. They could have just threw out the new trailer, the gameplay trailer, where they were like narrating like some of the new features and stuff like that. That could have been its own thing. And it would have been fine. All this other stuff, they could have maybe done like a little video package for like, the remasters coming out or whatever, or, the game's coming to Steam. They just did not have to do this whole 45-minute long thing to show essentially nothing.
Yeah, it was long. It felt longer than that too.
See, to me, it felt really short because I was like, at the same time I was working, so I was like, talking to people on the phone while I'm like looking over at my phone, like trying to watch it, and it's like, I kept thinking I was missing things, but
if you actually watch it, just sit down and watch it, it feels like a very long hour.
Oh gosh. But that's about it.
That's EA.
Again, they didn't show anything from BioWare. They didn't even show anything to do with Star Wars: The Old Republic, and they usually do every year. And I mean, I know they're still making content for that. It's not a dead game. They're coming up on their 10th anniversary.
They didn't have anything for a new Battlefront or anything?
They showed like part of that when they got into the point of talking about what's coming in the future, where they showed the Dragon Age concept art. There was that shot of some dude's eyes and eyebrows. A lot of people are thinking that's going to end up being from a new Battlefront
or Battlefield.
Or Battlefield. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, what the hell?
But no, they're really holding their cards close to the chest. Either that or they don't have anything to show, which I find I don't know if I believe that with something like EA. They may be saving some stuff to show a little bit closer to the launch of the new consoles. Who knows?
Yeah, there's probably a new Burnout coming or something like that, or maybe like a Need for Speed if Criterion's still working on Need for Speed.
Yeah,
so hyped.
I told you, man.
EA.
Man, this is so depressing.
Want to get even more depressed?
Yeah.
Talk about some Last of Us.
Depression Part 2.
The depressed of us.
Okay, so Tony, how far are you into the game?
All right, so we'll say this: if you have not played The Last of Us 2, you should probably quit listening at this point. We're not going to give a bunch of spoilers, but just if you don't want anything spoiled at all, you probably shouldn't listen at this point.
I agree. Yeah.
So I'm at the point where the big, ugly, like explodable things. When you're down in like the sewers or whatever, and everything's like with the red lights on you and stuff. That's where I'm at.
Oh, you're that far back.
Wow.
I did not get like any time to play over the weekend.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Just
I'm probably going to try to jump on there for a little bit after we're done tonight.
Okay, because Josh and I have, I think, worked our way through it.
Yeah, we finished it.
Yeah.
Tears were shed.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Let's get everybody's thoughts here on. Okay, guys. So once again, if you don't want anything spoiled, just stop listening now at this point, because it's just like we're going to talk about this game because this game is worth talking about. I think what I want to get everybody's feelings on right now and thoughts on is first of all, the big shocker, the big event. Was that really a surprise for you?
So I got it spoiled for me, but when it still happened, it still got me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for me, it was evident from the first trailer. Like, I had that feeling.
I kind of did too. It did kind of give off a vibe, and I had a hunch.
They didn't definitively say it, but they definitely like they alluded to the fact that something big was going to happen and it was going to cause Ellie to just go off the rails.
Yeah, I got those same vibes, but I ended up getting it spoiled for me, and it pissed me off. But it's still, when it happened, it still got me. And it's like what, like an hour and a half into the damn game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine what else is around the corner for me.
I think I was the only one who went into this game completely blind.
Oh man, lucky you.
Yeah, I made sure Josh like let a couple things slip, and I chewed him out for it. But I adamantly stayed away from Twitter and all that stuff. And boy, did that scene mess me up.
And the fact, I don't want to say too much, but just.
I feel like we could label it spoilers if you want to. Like we could say that
the fact that you had to play as the person who led to the events happening before the events happened was fucked up too.
Yeah.
I loved that though.
It was an awesome scene when you played when you played as that person. 'Cause you had that big horde coming after you and stuff. That was neat. That was dope. I'm just anxiously awaiting to see like what else, because I heard it only gets worse. Like that's all I've heard. And like I'm like, how can it possibly get worse?
Oh yeah. I will say, as a game, I think that the combat is a little bit smoother
A little bit. I'd say a lot more.
It's a lot.
For me, it's about the same. It's about the same. It's better, but the same.
I think it's a little more in depth, but it does still have a little bit of the clunkiness to it.
It does, yeah.
Like we did have a lot of issues of jumping in combat areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, vaulting over stuff. It just wouldn't happen if you were like cornered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
But
I got that.
for the most part, right before we played The Last of Us 2, a few weeks ago, we tried to replay Last of Us Part 1, and we didn't end up getting far. We stopped because I don't remember why we stopped.
I think we just kind of stopped.
Yeah, but we got all the way up to after the hotel, and Joel gave the rifle to Ellie. And
Yeah.
the combat in the first game, or at least the stealth in the first game, did not age well at all.
Yeah, it hasn't really.
Like everything
I
else
know what
is
you mean.
great. But yeah, I tried to go through stealth sections and it just was a huge chore. But with this one, when those stealth sections happened, I knew it was my fault. I knew, all right, I slipped up here.
Yeah.
And rather than the first one where I got really frustrated, this one it was more, oh shit, okay, let's rework this. Okay, how can I get the upper hand?
I was like, okay, I got cornered here, so now I know just to basically run away and reset it and let them reset their patterns and then just kind of sneak up on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the it seems to, at least from what I've played so far, it seems to have a little bit more focus on stealth than the first one did. Like there was definitely the stealth in the first one, but I mean, just like this one seems to have more focus on that.
It's more rewarding if you just stealth it.
And I like that. I love stealth games. Like again, like Tomb Raider and stuff. Yeah, you had your action-packed sequences and stuff like that. But most of the time, I was going around just quietly capping people with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And I haven't got the bow and arrow yet in Last of Us 2, but I'm imagining it's pretty dope.
Yeah, and this certainly makes it a lot more interesting with the dogs and your scent trail.
Yeah.
See, I haven't even seen the dog yet.
Yeah, that doesn't happen for a while.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I mean,
It sneaks up on you.
Yeah, but you've seen it in the trailers.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not like a spoiler or anything like that. So
yeah.
The trip mines fucked me up. I was
trip mines.
I was messaging with you guys about that last night when I discovered it. I'm like, I've got like all these questions.
A lot of people were getting stuck on that. Even like the people that were reviewing it, like reviewers got stuck on it.
I don't see why, because it was really Josh kept on like almost running into them, but I'd yell at him. I don't see why you couldn't see them.
No, I could see them. I just almost ran into them to mess with you.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
I remember you asked in the group chat, is there any way to disable the trip mines? I said, oh, you can disable it with bricks.
Exactly. That's what. See, and then I started doing that because I was thinking, there was a way that you could, like in other games, kind of like crouch down, sneak up on it,
diffuse it or something.
Diffuse it, yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Nope, throw a fucking brick or a bottle and don't stand too close. Which the amount that you had to be far away from it seemed to really vary on different trip mines. Because you could be like pretty close to one and throw the thing through and you'd be fine. Then there's another one you could be like 5 feet away and still get killed. It was very inconsistent on that.
Yeah.
That was a little weird.
Though I did enjoy using that against infected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that first time you get to those tripwires, that's like the first thing I wanted to do was see, okay, well, can I defuse them? No. Okay, then there's an infected right there. Let me throw this glass bottle to lure him over here. Then boom, takes them both out, and it was very rewarding.
That's effective.
Was using infected against non-infected enemies.
I was doing that last night in the that first red room with the subways and stuff. Where you've got all those. You got the human enemies down there, then you got like 4 or 5 clickers down there too. So like setting the clickers on them was cool.
I was so excited that mechanic carried over from Left Behind. That was all I was to see.
I don't remember that in Left Behind.
It was like a big thing because it was supposed to be part of the base game, but they didn't have enough time to tweak it in. But then they did Left Behind. They're like, well, might as well throw it in. And it's right by the end of Left Behind. You're making your way back to Joel, and there's a whole bunch of hunters or whatever that made their way into the mall.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then the game
mall.
suddenly says, like, hey, you see that brick? Throw it by those clickers. See what happens, dude.
Mhm.
This is a big thing I want to ask both of you.
Okay.
We're not going to get too far into it because, Tony, you haven't played that far. And once you get that far, I really do want to talk spoilers with all three of you. With all of us in depth. But what do you
Yeah, we
guys
will.
think of the new characters?
I already told you how I feel about Dina. Dina's annoying.
You still feel like she's annoying?
I mean, I'm lightening up on her as we go, but I just at first impressions, I didn't like her.
I don't think they're at all as well developed as the first game, as the even the minor characters in the first game. I feel like they got more development.
Yeah, I will agree with that. Things like oh shoot, I'm drawing a blank on his name. The guy in the town.
Bill?
Bill, yeah.
Yeah, even Bill had more character development than some of these characters.
Bill could square off against. See, I don't want to say it because I don't remember if he was in the beginning of the game with what's her nuts,
Abby.
the lead Abby, Owen.
Well, the dude that she was.
Owen's the dude that
In the
Owen was the
beginning?
dude who was in the beginning with her,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Owen can suck my nuts.
I hate him. I hate
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate him.
I haven't seen him since the event happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks in the event. Just screw him.
Yeah.
But Mel gets a slight pass because she's voiced by Ashley Birch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't realize
shocking.
that. I didn't realize that. Wow. Huh.
I like Dina and I like Jesse.
Well, see, now that I'm looking back on it and looking back at The Last of Us Part 1, yeah, those characters really didn't get the enough character development. Like Jesse, I didn't really care for him very much.
I felt like they were pretty one note this time
Yeah.
around.
It was like they were more for plot
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
actual characters, which
Yeah.
is kind of sad for The Last of Us because, the Part 1 is a pretty basic story.
The first game, it just felt like everybody really got a lot of attention to detail and a lot of like character development and a lot of personality. Like even David the cannibal guy.
Yeah.
Well, see, you also had, I mean, from what I can imagine, you also had a lot less characters in the first one because
That's true.
you hadn't got to this community yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're just dealing with like, the few random people that you meet on your journey.
Yeah.
So
I think
with the bigger cast, I mean, you're obviously not going to get that same attention to detail with each character, but that is a bummer though.
I think the performances were all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you think it also has to do with the age of the characters? Because it is very much like I wouldn't call it a coming of age story, but it's kind of like most of the characters are teenagers, like Dina and Jesse and all of them were about the same age as Ellie, who's like 17, 18.
Oh, she was like 19 or something, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's 19 in this one.
Yeah, and you think that just comes with like still that kind of early adulthood kind of thing,
Could be.
What made Ellie so like unique in the first game was that she was pretty much one of the only child characters in the
Right.
whole game with this very serious adult world, and now you have Ellie in this adult world too, and you kind of get to see what like these teenagers get to grow up in this new world. It's kind of very depressing.
But she had a
I think
Go
even
ahead.
more. I think even more so, it's depressing because, like, in a sense, like we kind of watched her grow up through that first game,
yeah.
and it's like, damn. So it's a character that we actually have gave a shit about for a long time now.
Yeah. And even Joel to a degree, because like in the first game, like I know a lot of people consider him like a villain or whatever it is. I mean, I consider him more like an anti-hero.
I
But
consider
like,
him a hero.
well, I mean, yeah, I think he gets there. But I think that like he to me was just like a broken human being, you know, like you sympathize with him and you empathize with him because if you lost your daughter like that, it would be bad, you know, like you would understand how he felt.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that what he does in the hospital to me was just like, you know, if they threatened to kill somebody I loved for a vaccine that may or may not work, to be honest.
I couldn't say I wouldn't make the same decision.
Yeah, I probably would do the same thing that he did. I mean, if it was somebody that I really, really loved, like how he loved Ellie, yeah.
Yeah, it's that's that. Because again, I think it's because you had, you know, so few characters in that first one, so everybody got plenty of time to develop. Because I just think that also fit the tone of the original game. It wasn't about, you know, this community yet.
There's something to be said too for like well-defined characters, like you know who Joel is from the opening of the first game, and you know who Ellie is because the first time you see her, she's just like "fuck you," you know, and just like going all nuts and stuff. And she's a spirited person, and you know, and she just doesn't give a flying. I think that having lost that a little bit in this new cast of characters, I feel like they're not as well defined. I feel like Jesse in particular, like Dina has at least one character moment in there that's pretty cool.
Dina has a lot of character moments where I can't talk about it, but there's just like thinking about the game after finishing it, it moved me. It was, it shook me, just everything that transpires. And of all people, Dina was the one that shocked me the most with how much I really cared about her. I think the biggest thing I could just say is that regardless of everything, yeah, the characters might be a little bit one note, but the one thing that stays the same is that the story is still really, really good. Just, I think it's just me personally, but what I love about Neil Druckmann when it comes to this kind of stuff is that he's able to take the familiar and still be able to twist it in a way where even if you see it coming, it still elicits such strong emotions from you. You know, like the Last of Us Part 1 is a pretty simple zombie story, but getting to the humanity behind the characters was just so endearing no matter what. And Uncharted 4, I judged them like the bar raised for Naughty Dog, not with Last of Us 2, but Uncharted 4. He's like, all right, Last of Us, good game. Go from Uncharted 3 to Last of Us. Hell yeah, 10 out of 10. What are you going to do with Uncharted 4? They took an Indiana Jones kind of story and grounded it ever so slightly to make you care about everybody. Again, you more or less know where it's going to go. It's basically the Goonies, but with Indiana Jones. But, you know, it's such a heartwarming story. You love the characters, and it's able to still twist just enough that you're still able to feel such strong emotional bonds, like with Nathan and Sam, and just those flashbacks and his relationship with Elena. And then you get to Last of Us Part 2, which on the surface is basically Kill Bill with zombies.
Yeah.
But, you know, the more as it goes on, the more you play it, the more you start to just feel the connections you're losing. And how it leaves you at the very end is just so I can't.
Devastating. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm also just becoming really soft.
Sorry, Tony.
It's okay.
I'm really sorry. We're dancing around so much. I'm so sorry.
There's so much about it that you haven't seen yet that is gonna just be like.
I'm gonna get this one finished like as soon as possible. I'm not gonna let it fall like kind of like Final Fantasy did. I've got to get this one finished for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to discuss it in depth.
Yeah, we definitely need to do a spoiler cast.
We'll do a spoiler cast. Yeah. I think for Ellie, for me, Ellie is still a favorite of mine. Like I have not given up on her, and I will never call her a monster. I can't do it. I've seen people do it. I've seen like reviewers say she is unlikable and she's just horrible for what she's doing. And I'm like, I can't do that to her because of the time that I've spent with this character. And also because of what she goes through. And it's like, you know, again, it's kind of like it's mirroring Joel's journey in the first game too, where you know, they becoming the villain of the story, so to speak. But I don't see it that way. I see it as they're just complex human beings who are very flawed people. And it's like this game, you know, to me, it's not preachy. To me, it's not like, it's just showing you the cost of it for these characters, the cost of what they're doing. And Joel had a cost associated with what he did, and Ellie has a cost associated with what she does. And I think that for me, Ellie is just still, you know, she's still sympathetic to me. Like, I can't give up. I can't give up on her.
Yeah.
I think of all the criticisms that I've heard from people on Twitter and YouTube, aside from the sexist ones and aside from the, oh, I read the leaks, so, you know, screw Neil Druckmann and everything.
Even though they're not even accurate.
I look at all these, and one thing that I saw a lot of people say was that the character motivations didn't fit. Like, these characters were not consistent.
I've seen that a lot.
Really?
I've seen that a lot. I haven't noticed it myself, but I have seen that a lot. Like, the shit they do is out of character.
No.
I just think, have you played the first game?
Have you seen the world they're in?
Yeah.
Right.
They don't have a functioning justice system. They don't have, like, you live, you know, you it's basically survival at the means of anything. And, like, that leads characters to do pretty, you know, screwed up things.
Yeah. If there's one character that I feel like they kind of screwed over, is Tommy. I will say, because I'm not going to spoil anything, but he does like a 360.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
Yeah, he does.
he does. He kind of. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but yeah. Well, I think there are reasons. I think there are reasons. I think there's a reasoning behind it.
There's beautiful reasonings behind it, and it was one of the things that shook me. Just I got really emotional with last night, but no, just looking at everything, especially going off of the beginning of the game. You put yourself in Ellie's shoes, and on top of that, I see people saying, "Oh, well, I can't agree with the character because she's making stupid decisions. She's going after this person." It's like, well, you're upset that Abby killed Joel, but you're also upset that Ellie is going to such lengths to try to kill Abby.
Oh wait, we just said it.
Like,
But at this point, it's spoilers anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, we already said that Abby killed Joel.
Yeah, we're in spoiler territory for that part.
It's like, you know, what do you not agree with? What makes you think that isn't in line with Ellie? You know, Ellie is a very emotional person.
Yeah.
She wears her heart on her sleeve. If you didn't get that from Left Behind, if you didn't get that from The Last of Us, which one detail that we appreciated early on was when you first start to play as Ellie and you're getting ready in her room, on the counter, you actually see the little robot toy that she stole for Sam.
Yes, I saw that too.
I saw that
too.
That was a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Hey, and have you guys kept up with her journals?
Yes.
I haven't. I need to.
Okay.
Oh, you're in for a lot when you open up that journal, because it is basically chronicling just Ellie's descent, and it is hard to read.
I think that yeah, you're right. I think the sequence after Joel gets killed, might as well just say it now. The sequence after Joel gets killed and you go to his house, you go to the grave and you go to his house.
Yeah.
Oh man. I know you guys were talking about the watch, and I was like, for me it was the scene where she finds his leather jacket and she just buries her face in it.
Yeah,
because she just wants to, like, you know.
I thought for a minute she was going to take it and start wearing it or something.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Could you play the guitar in that room?
I tried to. I don't think you can.
I don't think so. No, because the guitar's not finished. He was like making the guitar. He wanted to be like, he wanted to live like a peaceful life. That was the thing that I got from it. I got that he had changed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That was one thing that Kristal's dad pointed out, because he was watching us while we were playing it, and he said that, you know, in the first game, Joel was like just the epitome of a man, you know, just like he's rough, he's badass, and in this one he was so frail, just so vulnerable, and that's what made it even harder, just getting to see Joel again and just seeing the weight of everything that he did to Ellie. Like just that opening scene, which I think if I remember correctly, I actually read an article that I think that opening scene was actually originally an alternate ending for the first game.
You're talking about the opening scene where he tells Tommy?
Yeah. Like, I think it was originally meant to be the original ending for the first game, where he does tell Tommy what's going on. Yeah. And, you know, they go back and they talk to Ellie, and, you know, Ellie's clearly, like, kind of shook and trying to be distant, and then Joel sings to her. And that, to me, was already really surreal to see, because I think that happened, that was only performed one other time during the Last of Us Live. It was a secret thing that they didn't let anybody record.
Oh, the one special thing that they said they were going to do after the show, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's true, if it was pretty much this. But getting to see that fully realized, just the idea of it fully realized, I was not ready for Troy Baker, and I was not ready for just Tommy's reactions.
Yeah, Tommy was like, at first he didn't know what to make of it, and then he was like, I kind of get it, you know.
He was like, I'll take it to my grave if I have to.
Yeah. I mean, he was there when Joel lost Sarah, so I feel like if anybody would have understood, it would have been Tommy, you know, like he would have. And the way that they do that in the first game is so masterfully done, because it's Ellie getting out of the most traumatic experience up to that point that she's ever had, which is the guy who tries to eat her. I mean, which, by the way, props to, you know, like, yeah, props to Nolan North for that role, because, man, he really pulled that off. I was like, that dude is one creepy guy. Like, I don't know how Nolan North can do that and do the voice of Deadpool and do the voice of Nathan Drake. He did voice Deadpool a couple of times.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, and then voice the Ghost in Destiny 2. I mean, you know, we always have this idea of him as such a happy-go-lucky guy, and then he just voices David, and it's like the worst character.
Which, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, one of my favorite things from, you know, that point in Last of Us Part 1 is just the score.
Yeah.
The score scene where she's killing him is, I think, a masterclass in music writing. Just how when Joel gets her off of him, and she's like, "Get the fuck off of me." God, I'm getting a little choked up here. But like the music is all broken, and
it's evocative of her state of mind.
Yeah, and then it just falls into place of the main theme. It's just beautiful.
I think the music across both games is amazing. Oh man, and even I've only seen, you know, Ellie sing the one song, and even that was really cool. That real slowed down acoustic version of "Take Me On."
Yeah,
that was
on me. Yeah, that was
awesome. And it's just the music throughout the whole franchise thus far has been amazing, from the score to things that they're singing.
Watch through the entire credits.
Oh,
yes.
Did you do that, Josh?
We did.
Yeah,
we
did,
and I cried.
Me too. That got me. There's a song at the end that got me.
I wasn't feeling it, but
yeah, I was kind of like left in this limbo state of like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, and then the song comes on, and
see, it wasn't even
the
that
ending of the song comes on.
Yes,
that's what gets you. That's what gets you.
Which I'm jealous that you guys got to experience the Take On Me scene, because I explored Seattle up and down, looking for anything that I could get into, and I thought I found everything. And you guys are like, you guys are talking about her singing to Dina, singing the song, and I'm like, wait, where do you do that?
The music store.
Mm-hmm. Top floor of the music store.
Yeah.
There was the top floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost missed it too.
Yeah, we missed it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Go YouTube the scene though. I'm sure you can find it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Are there other songs that she sings that I just don't know about? Because
That's what I
I
was
know a
wondering.
lot of people talk about, just the different kind of songs that you can do, and at the very end of during the end credits, there's like a lot of songs listed on there, but.
You know, like the first bit of the song before she plays Take On Me, and she plays that little bit at the beginning before Dina walks in on her. Is that the song that Joel was singing to her?
I believe it was.
Yeah. Oh, oh man.
No, I'm ready. Now
Ouch.
I'm ready to just get off here and play.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna end soon anyway. But like, because we have to save it for the spoiler talk. But it's so good. And I would say that for me, there's certain things about it that I didn't like as much as the first game, so I would knock the score down a little bit for myself, personally speaking. But overall, it's still a game worth playing, and people should not listen to people who say it's all about agendas and stuff, because it's really not.
Which, by the way, if you're hating on this game because it happens to have a lesbian love story or any of that stuff, you can just fuck right off.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Or because Abby has muscles. I mean,
Yeah. I've heard that.
So?
She's trans because she has muscles.
oh my god.
That's something that I had heard like as a fake leak that
Yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
that
that
too.
is stupid, and I saw so many, joke covers of like so insulting, showing Abby in the cover, and it says "It's Ma'am Part 2."
Oh,
And it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
that's
Fuck
just
off.
messed up. I mean, just like look at the world that they're in.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not going to be uncommon that a girl's going to be a little beefy.
Yeah.
God.
It's not like Ellie's a weakling either. Ellie's pretty strong, man.
Yeah.
Ellie's like all like, okay, Jesse, climb over this barricade, and she just like lifts him up, and I was just like, holy crap, like, Ellie, dude,
Right.
like you go.
And then there's another character that people were like a little upset at just because they're trans.
Oh yeah, we can't talk about that character yet because Tony hasn't
No.
come
Yeah,
across
no.
them yet.
when we get to the spoiler cast, I've got some fun facts to share. But fun facts in The Last of Us, who knew? But
I will say this though, like Neil Druckmann has said that this game is not fun, and I can understand where he's coming from with that. Like, it leaves you, like a lot of the time when I was playing it, I was kind of emotionally exhausted. But I think that there are fun moments though,
oh yeah,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think that the combat's actually pretty fun.
it is.
If you do like a perfect run throughout, if you get like all these dudes in one encounter and you haven't been spotted by anybody, I think I felt pretty accomplished when I did
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I was like, hey, cool, got these guys.
But it's like making a Schindler's List game. Like you wouldn't call that game fun.
No.
No.
The one guy who compared it to Schindler's List.
Oh my god, that was such trash, dude. That was. I hated that he got so much shit for that.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, there was a guy who actually did compare it to Schindler's List. He said this was like the Schindler's List of gaming or something. And I don't know that that's completely apt as a comparison. But, I mean, you get the point of what he's trying to say, which is that it's a serious tone and it's a game that's made to be thought-provoking and make you think about the actions of the characters in it and stuff. So
Yeah.
People were just going off the rails and like twisting what the dude said, and like they were trying to make it seem like he was comparing the Holocaust to a video game and stuff like that. Like
No.
people were just way overreacting on it.
yeah.
Like I immediately got what the dude meant,
Yeah.
but like
It's
there's always gonna be that that whole group that has to.
People will stir the shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll end my thoughts on Last of Us 2 for now by saying this was on par with the first game for me in a different way.
Mm.
The first game is so much more tight, more compact, timeless, I think, story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But this one takes everything to such unique and just emotionally devastating places that just by the end you want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, with any game that can elicit such strong emotions, any medium, any piece of media that can elicit such strong emotions, whether it's a video game or a comic or a movie or a show or anything, even a song,
Mm-hmm.
I think that is something magical. And The Last of Us 2 is probably, unless Ghost of Tsushima like edges it out, it is probably the swan song of this console generation. It is absolutely a masterclass of gaming.
More like a death rattle.
I like the little touches when Ellie just sneaks up on a guy too, and like the guy's like, "Okay, just relax, just stay calm," and she's like, "Shut up," and she just like kills him.
She's like, just shut up.
Yeah. She's pretty awesome. Ashley Johnson, man, she brought it. She brought it in this game. I just loved her performance. In a way, I was proud of Ellie. Like, she's a badass. Like, in a way, I was proud of her.
So it's a 2 out of 10, though.
Yeah. No, I for my review, for part 1, I give it a 10 out of 10, hands down. But for part 2, I'd have to give it like a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10.
Same.
It's just the story's not as perfectly sound as the first one, but it's still fantastic.
Yeah.
It still made me feel things that I didn't want to feel, and I gotta give it props for that.
Okay, we better stop because poor Tony is like gonna be like.
I'm just over here looking at Twitter, kind of trying not to pay attention at this point.
Okay, but anyway, guys. So so we covered a lot of ground tonight. I think that I think the PS5 stuff, the EA stuff, also Last of Us 2. Some of the industry news at the top. I mean, there's so much going on in games right now because this is kind of our almost E3 month, like
exactly,
with all the streams that have been going on, like the Future Game Show and the New Games Plus Expo, and like IGN's doing their thing, GameSpot's doing their thing.
Yeah, we'll have
Collective PC show,
more Xbox next month,
more Xbox, the Night City stuff
That's
tomorrow, the Avengers thing today.
Yeah.
So
even Halo dropped a little nugget today.
Halo had a little trailer too, which is interesting.
A little nugget.
Well, I think that's about it, guys. Unless you have final thoughts.
No, I'm ready.
Bugsnax.
I'm ready to. Bugsnax will be game of the year.
Game of the year.
Bugsnax, Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, and Animal Crossing. Those are going to be the game of the year nominations.
Oh man. They just might be.
Tony's like, I'm gonna kill myself if that's the case.
I got high hopes for Ghost of Tsushima, man.
Yeah. Well, my final thought is it's been a pretty good year for releases of games and game releases because we've had Doom Eternal, we've had Animal Crossing, which is one of the best-selling games. We've had Final Fantasy VII Remake. I would say Resident Evil 3 for me was a lot of fun. I know that a lot of people hate that game for whatever reason, but for me it was a lot of fun.
I gotta finish it.
It was, I don't mind games being that short, like being a 6-7 hour experience. I was like, it's cool. And now we've had Last of Us 2. We had Final Fantasy VII Remake last month. We have Last of Us 2 now, or a couple months ago.
Bottom rehydrated yesterday.
Yeah, that's. I might not play that. I'll let you review that for the website, Josh. Anyway, guys. Okay. So where can we find you? Tony, let's start with you. Where can we find you?
All right, you can find me at Twan Center, TwanSinner on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Xbox Live, PS4, all that same thing.
All right. And Kristal?
Well, you can find me at simply_ragu816 on Twitter and TikTok. And you can find me under my name, Kristal on Facebook and on the Renegade Pop Culture Facebook group. That's about it for me.
You can find me at JSH Lozano on Twitter, where I just voice my opinions on pop singers and celebrities alike. You can find me on YouTube at JoshBoy64, where I just dropped one of my favorite videos on one of my favorite films from Spielberg, not my absolute favorite, Ready Player One. And
Nice.
I say positive things about Ernest Cline for once.
So,
you can find me at Facebook in the Renegade Pop Culture group as Joshua Lozano. Find me with a presentable headshot, and yeah.
finally presentable.
All right, guys, and you can find me on Twitter at Keona Tang, and you can find me on Facebook at the same name, and also at the Renegade Pop Culture Facebook page and Twitter account, which are both at Ren Pop Culture. So you can find it there. And also, the website has seen some incredible growth lately, so I'm very happy with that. And congratulations, guys. And want to say thank you to my co-host tonight. And, you know, just stay safe out there, take care of yourselves, and be kind to each other, and be kind to yourself as well, which is something I've had to learn over the past couple of weeks as well. So, all right, guys, we will see you on the next show, which will probably be another episode of Tuned Up, I believe, this weekend. And then we'll try to do a Last of Us 2 spoiler chat as quickly as we can. Spoiler discussion. All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.
Later.